NBC5 News at 6 starts now.
The Josephine County Budget Officer resigns effective immediately. The reason behind his resignation and why he is calling out the Board of Commissioners. Good evening and thank you for choosing NBC5 News at 6. I'm Andrea Boyd. Josephine County Budget Officer Simon Hare announced his resignation last night, and he says it's because the Board of Commissioners is acting without transparency and not serving the public interest and, quote, shady actions. NBC5's Maximus Osborne is live in studio. He spoke to Hare today. Maximus.
Andrea, that's right. Simon Hare, a former Josephine County Commissioner himself, believes County Chairman Andreas Bleck is working with outside legal counsel to negotiate a potential contract for Michael Sellers, the county operations manager, that could cost hundreds of thousands of dollars over multiple years. A contract that Hare says would not be justifiable given Sellers' lack of experience.
I'm not sure how it could be worse. They have no idea what they're doing, and they're not listening to good counsel, and that's a recipe for disaster.
Former Josephine County Commissioner Simon Hare just resigned as County Budget Officer after being brought on board just a few weeks ago. He says the current Board of Commissioners are not acting in the best interest of the county, particularly recently appointed Chairman Andreas Bleck.
They delegated him total authority over hiring and firing and administrative actions in the county. And under that direction, Andreas has promoted a former IT staff person, Michael Sellers, into a position of operations manager.
Sellers also has oversight in finance and HR, as well as other county programs, making $254,000 in salary, according to Hare. He says Sellers does not have adequate experience in these fields, and it does not justify his compensation.
I would say that Michael does not rise to the top of the level of managers that I've experienced in the past.
For reference, Hare tells me that in Josephine County's most affluent comparable county, Yamhill County, its experienced administrator salary is $203,000. He claims this compensation package was negotiated behind closed doors without third-party or public input.
Let the citizens decide as to whether or not that's an appropriate compensation for the performance that Mr. Sellers is going to perform.
Michael Sellers is the county's former IT director and was the highest paid chief of staff in the state legislature for former state senator and then county commissioner Herman Bairdsugar. Hare tells me he brought this to the attention of new commissioners Chris Barnett and Ron Smith.
And no action was taken by the board to rescind the chairman's authority to put a hold on the potential contract that was being drafted and to put him back in the position of IT manager and reduce his salary.
Hare says it's the residents of Josephine County that would feel the blow if a contract like this went through, saying communities in the area have some of the highest poverty zip codes in the state.
That obligates potentially the citizens to either a multi-year, multi-million-dollar contract that would be very costly to reverse for the citizens.
Hare believes all three county commissioners should resign, and former Josephine County Finance Director Sandy Novak, who took a voluntary buyout early this year, echoing many of Hare's thoughts. She sent NBC5 a lengthy email that she wrote to the citizens of the county, specifically calling out the work of new commissioners Chris Barnett and Ron Smith. Novak wrote in part, quote, "They completely abdicated the duties they were elected to do and handed it over to someone who only received 2 votes as Commissioner Bleck was appointed and not elected, who had already demonstrated that his only advisor would be Michael Sellers and that his decisions would be made based on Michael's personally motivated plans," end quote. We reached out to the Josephine County Board of Commissioners and Michael Sellers. We have not heard back, and you can read Novak's whole statement on our website, KOBI5.com. Live in studio, Maximus Osborne, NBC5 News.
All right, thank you, Maximus. Well, remember